So here it is, November 2023. I'm in my 60s now, and a song mind and body to, consider it enough that I found myself as a resident of the historic LaDroit Park environment as I walk down the Smithsonian African American History Trail, official. I find myself reflecting on a lot of what's going on in my life and others like me and everyone else around the planet as a lot of these things kick up and whatnot. And how the observation from where I'm at seems to be quite awkward because, there's a lot of people that have been given a lot of people of color a lot of unjust disrespect, just in the consideration that they and their lives are valuable too, as well as their opinions and whatnot. Well, I sit here in this historic area, and it boggles my mind each and every time I get up and walk out my door down these hollowed pathways that have been frequented by some of the most influential people on the planet of color for at least 200 years. And yet, in most cases, I find what's most difficult about a lot of these experiences and whatnot that are going on is how when any of the people of color tend to broadcast, or what's that, B?
What's up, bro?
All right. What they are, where their feelings are, and people just go, you know what? Fuck you, my feelings mean more. And then I kind of contemplate on how, from a historic factor, damn near 200 years and some change, these people of color here on this dirt, as it was forming what we now call, some call it a satanic amusement park, Mr. Ellington, and yet, no matter how they feel, they all still have the same respect for things like arts, entertainment, history, things of that have been recorded by cultural people around the planet, in our history. Langston Hughes and, King Selassie I, and, numerous others, actors, singers, authors, poets, scholars, things of that nature. And yet, all of that things kind of disappears back again when, most people of non-color are not capable of being able to actually absorb the essence of whom they too are related to on this earth as humans. I look at this struggle with this conflict that some want to call a war, some people want to call it genocide, and some people just want to call it a goddamn shame that we got to be worried about something going way over in their neighborhood when here we are in ours, just trying to have a basic day, getting up and being productive to more than just ourselves. Many of the things that we do or accomplish here on this dirt actually aspires most people out here on this planet, to do something different, to do something better, to be something better. Now, be it Israelis or Palestinians or Arabs or Jews or whoever else you are, we all have a residency here on this dirt as we, attempt to form this new world and this order of the ages, because this ain't the dawning of, this is the flat that, the next step that we have from here is, Star Trek. It's the first theory, James T. Kirk. I like to joke about that because, why everybody's fighting for their future, for their legacy and this, that, and the other. A lot of us, we're in a state right now where our intelligence will not allow us to basically just consume and reside solely on this earth. And yet, Many of us have no kind of concern at the possibilities that we're doing ourselves an injustice by being unjust to other people whom may be the savior factors in our future and our children's future. And for that being said, this ain't just about ceasefire, because when people tear up somebody's community, come on, man. As a person of color, I'm residing in a place that's been tore up at least twice with these historic riots and race things and all this other stuff that has occurred, to a point where people are lashed out in emotion and burn their own shit down. And there are little pockets like that all over the place, especially like New York and some of the branches of that, stuff like that, where they like the Bronx and all of that way back in 50s and 60s, where it looked like a war zone there, as we had that those people that were coming up that basically starved everybody out, took it, and then all of a sudden came in and redecorated, gentrified and whatnot. Most of us can't afford to go back to some of the places we were born and bred, and formed into whom we are as proud people, just due to the mere fact that other people have now, moved in or whatnot and conquered, those environments without even the concern or the caution or even the courtesy of inviting them back to also assist them in whatever, agenda we all have locally. I'm saying all of these things to say that if you don't care about somebody more than who you are, then that's going to be our biggest problem, because we're excluding ourselves from our future by denying the existence of others by their birthright too. And for that reason, I'm sending positive energy out to each and every one of you. But I want you to know that what you put out ain't always what you get. Even when you think that you should deserve something more, this is not about just you. I think too many of us are going through too much trying to demand that exists, and it don't. So with that being said, you be good. Be good at it. Stop all this damn bullshit.